Good morning, everyone. Communication is a key facet of human life. It coordinates and influences everything. It shapes our very relationships, our lifestyles, and our knowledge. As Julia T. Wood, 2013, defines early on in her textbook, Communication Mosaics and Introduction, communication is a systemic process in which people interact with and through symbols to create and interpret meaning. Page 20. This morning, as part of my final speech assignment, I will now discuss how communication, as it pertains to digital and evolutionary contexts, has shaped humanity and its collective understanding. Likewise, this will highlight the contributions in the regard of the creation and retention of knowledge. Communication is a dynamic process. Dynamic means ever-changing and evolving. Static means it does not change. This communication as a dynamic process facilitates the transfer of information in systems such as groups of humans and groups of humans. In this regard, communication has played a fundamental role in the evolution of behavior and key enhancements in the regard of team performance, as shown in recent research in the field. We will explore three specific research areas: the adoption of technologies such as instant messaging in communication and organizational professional systems, the evolution of displaced communication through human and animal creatures, and finally, the border aspects of communication as it pertains to a tool for problem solving. Let us move on to the realm of digital communication. Instant messaging and text messaging have become a very dominant type of communication within business organizational structures. Tardoffler, 2023, in their paper titled Determinants of Instant Messenger Adoption and Its Effect on Team Performance, tells us that IM is valued for its ability to eliminate geographic distance and enable real-time information sharing with minimal effort. This tool is not just about speed. It enhances the quality of communication and knowledge creation within teams. It is suggested by Tardoffler in this study that while IM is fundamental as a tool, its effectiveness ultimately lies in the quality of the communication as well as the information transmitted through these mediums. Communication typically assumed to be a gift of the gods to humankind, is actually not limited to just our single species. Bernard et al. 2023, in their paper titled The Evolution of Behavioral Cues and Signaling in Displaced Communication, examines through the scientific method the evolution of displaced communication. This means two subjects are communicating about an object not within eyesight. Bernard et al. Writes, this type of communication, as seen in the honeybee's waggle dance, has evolved from simpler behavioral cues. Interestingly, their study revealed that while more efficient communication methods exist, they often take longer to evolve. These findings give credence to the complexities of communication systems. These systems are dynamic and often grow in complexity given intergenerational development periods, such as the data shown to us by Bernard et al. Let us expand on the premises of communication viewed as a process. Deleuze, 2024, in his paper titled The Mega Evolution of Life with Its Three Memory Systems, depends on sender-receiver communication and problem-solving. He argues that all acts of communication are essential problem-solving acts. Communication involves the transfer of coded messages that must be decoded by the receiver, making it a critical element in the adaptation and evolution of life. He argues that making it a critical element in the adaptation and evolution of life. I believe that this perspective is in direct alignment with Wood's definition of communication in the book, and further elaborates that communication is not just the simple exchange of information, but is also the systems in which this information is translated, interpreted, and problem-solving methods inherent in the context of the information are conveyed by various species upon the earth. In conclusion, communication through technology has given humanity the ability to communicate complex information regardless of geographic location. Likewise, our discussion of displaced communication highlights how communication in various animal species is capable of complexities such as implied variables. Finally, it was discussed how communication in similar animal species is used as a problem-solving process. Through this information, it is obvious that communication does indeed play a fundamental role in shaping life forms and their understanding of knowledge and the transmission of said information. As a species such as humanity and others continues to develop, adapt, evolve, and sustain and grow, so too will the systems of communication drive ever further beyond the horizon. And so the dynamic systems of communication too shall change, adapt, and evolve. Thank you for your time.